Hello guys, this is Sindhu from third year CSC and today the topic is Java servlets. Okay, the key points in this video is what is a servlet, why is it used, the features and benefits of a servlet along with the life cycle and types of servlets. Okay, before diving deep into the technical details, let's see some basic examples how we use this servlets in daily life. Okay, let's imagine you want to buy some clothes or shoes or anything online. So what do? You go into some online shopping website and then you try to purchase them through online website. So how does online websites really work? Okay, so suppose you are logging in into some Amazon or Flipkart to get your clothes or something from online websites. So first, when you open Amazon, it will ask you to log in, right? Log in or sign up. So when you click on the login button, it will land you into the home page. So what if your login password is incorrect or mail is incorrect? You'll not be redirected to the home page. So how does a web browser even know that that's the correct password and mail ID? So there's some process going on in between, right? So what happens is there is a servlet that takes your request and checks whether your mail ID and password are correct, and only if they are correct you'll be redirected to the home page. So the main point of servlet is it takes your request and then it provides you with the response whichever you requested for. And then let's see the overview of servlets. Servlets are the Java programs that run on Java enabled web server or application servers. Servlets are really robust, and then coming to the diagram here is a web browser Chrome and it's requesting for something to the server, and then the servlet comes into the picture and then it connects with the database and checks whether the requested information is in the database or not, and then according to the request, it takes the whatever content present in the servlet container and database, and then forms a HTML page according to the request, and then it redirects the page to the web browser again. So the flow will be like this. The client will process the request, and then the client will process the request, and then using the servlet, the request will be processed and it produces response, and then the response will be sent back to the web browser. And coming to the features of servlet, it's very simple and easy, and it's very portable, efficiency, inexpensive, persistence, and lot more. So here we can see a long list of features of servlet. And also there's this thing called CGI which is invented before the servlet. It actually creates a separate process for each request made. So what a servlet does is it creates a single thread for each request rather than a process, so that, as we know that threads are really light and weight, so it's very simple and easy, and it has a lot more benefits than CGI. So we're using servlet for developing web applications when compared to CGI. And then the life cycle of servlet, it has three life cycle methods: init, service, and destroy. First, a servlet class will be loaded, and then servlet instance will be created, and then the init method will be invoked. It is used to initialize the servlet and only called once during the life cycle of the servlet. And then the service method. For each request and response, this service method will be called, and the destroy method is invoked when the server is stopped. Okay, the servlet lifecycle can be implemented in three ways. They are HTTP servlet class, generic servlet class, and servlet interface. So broadly, we can classify that a servlet is something that resides in the web browser, and based on a request, it sends out the response so that your request will be accessed. So yeah, I think you got it. Thank you.